Hello my friends and welcome back to Factorio. As you may notice here, we've got these alarm singles going off all over the base. Let's have a look, everywhere visible. That means the power has failed. So let's check the status. See, no production. So because we've got all this red science going on now, and the blue science, red electronics, sorry, and all these labs doing research, and all the drain on the assembly machines, that's taken too much power from the available capacity. So I've added a few more turbines. We need to kickstart them. So I've gathered up the coal off the belt, and I'm going to try get it in hand and try and give each one half down the lane. I'll try and kickstart these things and hope that once they are up and running, they have enough power to supply for the demand. See, we're way short, aren't we? $36 isn't going to do it. The risk there is, let's switch it off. I can't. Let's stop the research, shall we? So it's the mall really. It's the drain from the assembly machines kicking in. Let's see. So we need some power to get. Not enough power. And they've stopped. What we need is, crucially, we need coal to get to the can I build some solar panels? Give them some power. 11 won't be enough. Let's get rid of any surplus mine machines. They draw power regardless, I believe. Check. Wow. Crisis here, guys. Crisis. Tell you what, let's see about temporarily. What did we add last? It was the red electronics and the blue science, wasn't it? So they're not producing anyway at the moment. What to do, what to do? Basically telling us we don't have enough. Can I build any more? Like I say, these furnaces, these boilers rather, they consume their coal fuel rapidly. And now the demand I don't believe is that high. Oh, sorry, let's just check what's we're going to have a great draw from all these chemical plants and refineries actually. I do have a bunch of new ones. Let's go and switch them off. They're in the mall. It was a added extra bolt on to the mall. Here, got all these chemical plants, and if I look at one, on the information panel to the right, they do consume a lot, but then again, so do these assembly plants. And the biggest consumers from memory are the refineries. So I'd like to be able to build some efficiency modules, and for that we're going to need some green science, sorry, green electronics and red electronics. Let's grab some green. And we'll grab some red. Take it from here. Yeah, see, I managed to extend all these, but that's kicked in a lot of power draw. We have about, I don't know, 30. Let's build all these. They take a while to build, and then we're going to go and slap those on those refineries. See if we can reduce their power consumption. Put one on you. So without the efficiency module over on the right, the max consumption 434 kilowatts. With it's now 294, so 30% less. Worthwhile. It's going to take a while to build these, so I'll probably pause the video here and come back when they're done. Right, so part of this strategy, I need to make sure these coal mines keep running even if the grid power fails. So what I've done is I've disconnected the coal mines. Disconnected that from the main grid, and the idea is we want to power them via their own independent solar power grid. If we look on the map, if you can just tell, this is the grid, power grid, bypassing the coal now, going on to the other things it wants to support, but we want to isolate, as we have done here, the coal mines. Need to keep those boilers fed with coal. So in the event of a power failure, at least the coal keeps flowing and the boilers keep running. So if you look to the right there as I hover over this solar panel, and no, I don't have enough here to support this many miners, plus I'm going to need some energy accumulators to store power for overnight. But the power output there is growing from this up to a maximum of 60 kilowatts per panel, And this is because we've just gone through night time, and of course they don't provide any power during the night, so they're building up as the sun rises in effect to their maximum capacity, and as they do so, that has no power. This has a barely, if you look at the power rate on the electricity at the right, barely any electricity. We've got low power warnings here. Low power, low power. See if we can build any more. Not many. So this power grid has a total production, this is just solar panels, remember, 720 kilowatts, but the draw from the miners is 2.5 megawatts, so we need several times more than this, and then we're going to need equivalent capacity in the accumulators to store that overnight. So let's think, I'm going to need to build more panels, and to build these I need batteries. Now batteries, if we look at battery needs sulfuric acid and iron and copper. So yeah, we do have a desire later on to build a proper battery, provision. We do need that. But for now, I'm going to try and build one temporarily, just remind myself. Sulfuric acid, and sulfuric acid needs sulfur, water. What does sulfur need? Petroleum gas. This could be a painful, arduous task to remedy this situation. I've added efficiency modules to each one of these refineries and a few that I had spare on some of these chemical labs. Let's see, we needed well, we'll probably feed a few. Let's see, can I build any? Give me a chem lab. Right, this is our battery builder. Battery. Iron, copper, sulfuric acid. So, can I change your recipe? If we give, let's rotate you, if we give you an output pipe, go and send it over there, we need that over here, because I just want to build some batteries. Sulfuric acid needs, don't need that, needs water. That's not going to be relevant. We're going to give it some sulfur, and we'll give it some, and of course we need to give it some power. There's the irony. What we do is disconnect the cables from this, get rid of that one. Did we have a panel built? No. back to the mall and pick up some resources. In fact, what I tend to do is I tend to nest a little assembly machine somewhere that starts building solar panels and the accumulators for me. They're quite expensive. Copper, steel and green. Batteries. What do I need for these? Copper, steel. It's the copper I'm lacking, isn't it? Right, so the production level is rising on these panels. Morning is coming. If we can get this up and running, this will start the flow of coal back to our boilers and other areas where we need it. But then that's going to kick off the demand as the other machines all start to run. It's a bit touch and go now. How are we doing? About half as many as we need. And we need steel, got some steel, need some green, 15 green. And of course the problem is they're not producing anymore, so I'm taking this precious resource. Steel, need some steel. Steal some steel. Let's make that 20. Copy that. Let's see how we go on with this as they build. How are we doing? 1.5. Unfortunately, night is going to fall. Now the demand has dropped, and that's because this is backed up and there's no output for it to put it on, so it stops working. You've got no power. So pick up this wire. I disconnected the wire from there. Click click on the base of it, and we can drag wire back up to this. And I wanted to disconnect it from this stone mining array, see? To from a given power pylon, if you hold shift and click on its base, it will drop all wire connections. So then you can selectively re-establish connections to the one you want. Let's get some of these in. It's going to be night time again soon. I think we need to aim for 2.5 or more, a bit of surplus so we can fill those accumulators. These are building. I think we've got coverage. And excuse that background noise, I'm just going to close the window. Sorry about that. Let's see, get some more built. Be slightly improved, I hope. So what we're doing, it's night time. See the power output dropping. Gotta get those batteries. Let's see. Yeah, it does, in my experience, take some time to remedy this kind of situation. So I'm a bit on edge at the moment, trying to figure this out. Where are we? Oh, where was I going to build that? Over here, that's right. So we've disconnected these guys from power. Let's see. Where? Put them there like that, but I'm going to get rid of your wire. I want these on a separate grid. I used all my can I build any green? Give you an efficiency module. Right, so we need a box. Oh. We'll get some. These take a lot, they take 5 each, and we're going to need many of these. So we're probably at low power, don't have enough energy from just 2 solar panels. Let's see if I can build some more. put them within the range of the network cables. So these two are literally providing power to the chem labs and drawing the power from the solar panels. We've got 14 batteries, 15. Let's build some accumulators. You're lacking what? Sulfur? Oop. Go on the merry-go-round. Quite heavy on the sulfur, isn't it? Get as many as we can. I think I put some in a box earlier, didn't I? Yeah. What was that box? I'll have that. Thank you very much. Iron plates. Temporary this, hopefully. Need to reinstate the sulfur when I can. Yeah, essentially what we don't want when there's such a massive power draw, if we restart all this, is we want the coal to still provision the boilers for the power generators, so that at least there's a trickle of energy and it's not a total loss. So we'll get back to our ambitions up here for solar power. Got a few more panels we can knock in there. It's night time, so let's throw in, there's not going to be enough here, but we have to put this within the power grid, and have this nice animation when they're charging. Yeah, so they're charging at the moment because these have stopped and they're not drawing any power, even though these are falling throughout as dusk arrives. Nighttime falls, and so they'll feed some energy back in if they need it during the night, but they're not active at the moment. If you see there, they're all on yellow, which means they're waiting for output space. Yellow light in the corner of each miner. That's their symbol for space needed. Space! I can't build any more. That, I feel, is not going to be enough. They can each hold and provide out 5 megajoules. Some ratio of about 2000 or so to 1 megawatt. So that's not gonna cut it, I'm afraid, but it's something. They've gained some charge, they're probably fully charged. Where's our batteries? Right down here, aren't they? It's, what's that song? It's a long way to Tipperary. Tipperary? Is that the one? Have those. We are lacking iron. So we're fighting a fire here, that's for sure. It's against us. And we're going to run out of materials in order to produce these. Iron. 5 batteries, how many have I got? 12. Yeah, I need more, you see. Pricey, 5 batteries each. Of course they are accumulators, that's the whole purpose, to store energy, they need batteries. Just checking on the boilers here, what's your problem? Yeah, what I'd also like to do is, we've got a supply, but these are fed from power. They can be solar powered. Something I've done before. Again, so at least they can carry on being fed the coal they need. We drop these 10 in, let them charge. Over on the right you see the progress of the energy storage. Done pretty quickly, we've got a big surplus at the moment. Right, they're fully charged. It'll be interesting to see when things are enlivened again. They can support those miners up there. Let's get see if we can build a couple of solar panels for our boilers inserters. What do we need? Copper plates. $60. How much energy do these take? 13. It's going to take a few, isn't it? Copper and electronics. Let's have 4 to begin with. So we've got this cut across of power supply here. We would need to disconnect that. Let's disconnect that. We just want a power system for these inserters along there. So let's want a connection into that line, and then down. Get some more batteries. I can get an accumulator on that as well. Switch our robots have a moment. I want to at least try and get the power generators working. So you're on low power at the moment. Just make sure they're not connected to anything other than, oh they are, you see, they're connected to the main grid. Let's check our map. Where am I? We want to make sure this blue line of electricity, this is our single grid going to run off our solar panel. That looks good to me. They have no power yet. We're not outputting any power. But we would like to accumulate power as soon as possible. Yeah, that's just not getting any power. There's no surplus at the moment. Now they have it. There we go. So now here we are. We've got this starting to happen. So that power grid is nominal. The main power grid is still overdrawn, but it's functioning. It would be nice to see to the north if the coal is still going on its solar provision. Let's get some more of these in. $300 to $300. Yeah, what's your problem? Water. There we go. Borderline. And one more rack. Pipe. No input fluid. And there's a maximum. There is a maximum on a row. Is it 20? Where's 20 at? Right there. Got any more water? Well, extreme situations call for extreme measures. Let's get another pump. And we'll take it up there, slot it in, I think. So break that connection, feed one in here. So we'll create a gap. See if we can wake them up. You've got water, you've got water. Shall we have another? Let's see, 42.3 now. Let's see if our base is surviving. We disconnected this from the grid, didn't we? To reconnect, it's going to go round the houses now. Ah yeah, we disconnected your wires, didn't we? Let's build some more wire. See, this is the sign they show that it's night time when they're outputting energy, and good. Yeah, so we might have that covered. Famous last words. And what we want to see is the resources kicking in again. Well, let's go down here and just grab what batteries there may be and then shut that process down. Ah, there aren't any. Change you back to sulfur, otherwise we're not going to get any blue science anymore. Reconnect that. Right, and we'll just go and check on the coal mines. Seem to have activity around the place, which is good to see. Life springs again to our beleaguered factory. Let's see, low power, this is Morning is just arriving. Let's see. Yeah, we need more accumulators. Obviously not enough to provide for those overnight. There, the daytime has arrived. Full capacity on the output on the panels. Do we achieve full power on these guys? Seem to. Check. 2.6 to 2.6. Yeah, we're going to add some more panels and overcome that. Put our robots on. Now see 2.8. They're taking whatever I can give them, aren't they? Well, this could be... Oh, hello cat. What are you doing in here? Hmm? Cookie, our 1-year-old cat. Add 1, 2 more there. A couple on the other side. Get this last panel done. There's one more on the way. Yeah, well, the demand is obviously the same because that's charging up these accumulators. So that demand should drop. I think we've got 2.5 megawatts from the miners, going up to 3.1 to charge these, so we've got surplus. Just depends, we'll see if overnight these suffice to keep these going. This is flashing because that's that new part of the mall I haven't even provided power for yet, so I'm not bothered about that flashing away. Excuse me. Question is, are these operating at full power? And then waiting for resources, so we need this to be operating at full strength. We've probably lost some mines. High demand, peak demand again. So which one are you coming from? You're coming from this one here. Could just get these charged up more consistently. It's not really reaching, is it, that all? Now again, this is more power. Merge that onto the main line there. Get some more throughput. Yeah. Good, well, maybe crisis averted there. I'll finish the video there. If you enjoyed that catastrophe and recovery, please give this little video a like, comment down below. There's some other game videos, other types on my channel if you want to check those out. Different style, retro to modern. In the meantime, take care and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.